Hey everyone, welcome to the TGC channel. My name is Al, and today we're going to be taking a look at the 1/3 scale shredder by PCS. Now, before we go into the in-depth review, I'll go right ahead and show you all a quick clip of the unboxing and assembly. Alright everyone, so you just saw the unboxing and assembly. Isn't too bad. It was two boxes. I believe one was around 40 pounds and the other one was about 20 pounds. Dimension wise for the statue, we're looking at about 28 inches in height from the bottom of the base to the tip of the helmet. Width wise from the tip over here of his right arm all the way to the other side of the cape, looking at around 27 inches, and then depth wise it's about 17 inches. Now, as I was unboxing this, I did take some up close-up shots for all the switch outs, so let's jump to that first actually. Alright, so up first we'll take a look at the ninja stars. Not sure if these go on the base or somewhere on his armor or something, but they're pretty light. I believe these are plastic. They do have some pretty good detail on it. You can see like the battle damage and the marks throughout it, and pretty good paint job. So overall they're good, but pretty light. Here we're looking at a weapon which I believe clips onto his belt. So like, as you can tell, very good details on this one. We have a strap here. It's more of a metallic sheen, a little bit of goldish silver sheen on it. But the details are really good on here. It's pretty light as well. So yeah, I'm pretty sure this goes on somewhere on his belt or something. So here's another weapon which I'm pretty sure also goes on Shredder's belt somewhere, but similar like the other one. It's very well detailed. The strap more has that goldish tone, but you can see a lot of the micro details there. See the battle damage throughout. Very good paint job. Yeah, they did a very good job at this. But yeah, this one also feels a bit light. So yeah, I figured this probably does go on the belt somewhere. Here we have another weapon. Very highly detailed, especially on the strap right here. You can see like all the little micro details there. Not sure what symbols or anything of that sort, but a lot of texture too on the strap. Now this one also feels a bit plasticky, but with that being said, it's, you know, the paint job is really good, so you really can't tell. But yeah, it feels pretty light. Now this part up here, it looks good. You know, they added a lot of details of battle damage, but it does look a bit toyish. All right, up next we have one more weapon that I'm pretty sure latches on the belt somewhere. Similar to the previous weapons, the straps here, they're more that goldish tone. A lot of details, a lot of textures on it. Looks very good. Even down here you can see like indentations and some battle damage. The top part up here, it looks good. Paint app is not as good as the previous weapons, especially the first ones. This one looks more on the plastic side. But they did add a lot of like battle damage on it. But the paint app could have been a little bit better on this weapon. Well, mainly on the top. The top looks a bit too plastic. But the bottom looks, you know, the straps and everything look good. All right, up next we're looking at the one of the shoulder blades. Now, of course, it comes with two of these. They're pretty much identical, so I'll just show up close-up shot for one of them. But yeah, this one does seem heavy. So this one's resin. And yeah, the paint app on here is really good, especially all the details that they added on here. We have like this golden crest here with a bunch of battle damage throughout it. Some little bolts. Again, another bolt here with a golden crest on the other side. Then we got the blades. They feel, I'm not sure if those are metal or not, but yeah, this is pretty solid. And the paint app is very well done. Very well done. All right, so next we're gonna take a look at the katana. Now I believe this one does strap on his belt as well. We'll start off down here. Again, a lot of details, a lot of textures. It does look like real straps. You can see even like goldish emblems or crescents right there. And beneath that, you can even see like, see if I can focus here. You can see like the metal underneath that with a little bit of details and I don't know, it looks really good. So we got the silver, some goldish tones, and even right here, this looks really good. Look at that. Very well made, very well detailed. Love the gold, the transition there from the silver to the gold with some black. Now these straps, they look pretty real. It just looks like everything's looped together. You can see it's kind of like a white strap, but with a lot of blacks and browns on it, so kind of gives it that dirt effect. Very well made. And then this is kind of yeah, so this is wood. This is, here, let me see if I can, there, you can see a little bit better the wood grain. Now this isn't too heavy, so I figured it may be a resin or poly resin, maybe resin, more of the or probably a little bit of plastic. Not sure. It's not too heavy, but it looks good. The paint app is very well done. And then right here on the top, we have like a just a silver cap. Some good details on there. So yeah, overall, this is really liking this katana right here. Very well. All right, so here is one of the, I don't know what we call these, the hand or the arm gauntlet, I guess. Now here we have just the straps with some clips or buckles here, or kind of have like a gold crescent on each of these, or they're a button. You can see that it's supposed to be a button there. Yeah, so those look good. The paint app on here, it's all brown with some hues of blacks throughout it. Would have preferred a little bit lighter touches throughout to give it more depth, but it looks good. Similar to what we saw on the weapons, this one, the top part, like the gauntlet portion, looks really good. These do look metal, a lot of details, battle damage throughout. I don't believe these are metal. They're heavy, it's heavy, you know, but I don't think this is metal. Maybe resin. But overall, great details and great paint applications. Yeah, very well made. Now I did get a second one. It may be for the same arm as well. I'm not sure if this is for just one of the other switch outs, like it gives it a different position for the katana or something. Not sure, but it seemed like the last one we just saw. It's the same thing. Very similar. Yeah. All right, so here I believe we're looking at the left arm. And yeah, so starting up down here, kind of what we saw in the last one, just brown straps with the buckles here with the two goldish metal buttons. So did a pretty good job with that. Same like what we previously saw. You see a lot of textures there, and kind of see we have all these textures here for just kind of your traditional straps, but you can also see how they painted and sculpted this to look leather. Like right here where my left thumb is at, you can definitely see the transition between these two. So it looks good. They did a really good job with that, with the sculpting, the painting, and kind of what we saw in the last one. Of course, this metal portion, they're just not disappointing with the paint apps on the metal throughout the armor. Not disappointing. And here we have more, you know, good job with the skin tone. You can even see the veins here. You can see some greenish that they added there, so you can see the veins protrude a little bit more out from the skin. Good muscle definition. Yeah, very good job here. And then up here we have, of course, the leather strap that goes around. And yeah, so far I see no flaws with what I've been looking at so far. So yeah, I'm really liking what I'm seeing so far. Very good job. All right, next we're looking at the left hand. Very solid. The paint app is very good. Kind of like I've been saying, as far as the metal portion throughout the armor, it's, you know, not disappointed at all. It's really good. Love the details, love the paint applications. The leather on this hand is okay. It's not as good as kind of what here, let me see if I can focus a little bit more. Again, it's good, the details there. The paint app, I felt like it was a little bit too light on this one. They should have went a little bit darker to have that, I don't know, it just felt like it should have been a little bit darker, kind of what we saw on the arm. Skin tone is good. You can see the details, the knuckles. Skin tone's really good. The one, like here, you can see all the wrinkles there, the knuckles, even the wrinkles over here, and even underneath, like at the hand, you can see the wrinkles there. Look, they did a really good job. Killed it with the sculpting. Painting is good as well. I think the only improvement or recommendation I would have liked to have seen on this one is the nails. It's painted the same exact color from the skin without adding like any typically you're able to tell the difference between the skin and the nails, but with this one it's all one, for the most part, one solid color. So the nails could have looked used a little bit better paint app, but overall very good. Overall very good. All right, so here we're looking at the left hand, and similar critiques. They're, just look at the metal portion, the metal parts. It's very well done. No issues. The strap, the leather on here. Like I said, I would have preferred a darker brown, but it's still good. The sculpting's good. The hand itself, let's see. Yeah, very well. Again, my only critique is the nail. I just feel like it's all one solid color there. Would have preferred a different, I don't know if it's some sort of clear coat or something to give it a different transition between the nail and the actual thumb. But overall, it's good. Something that I definitely won't be paying attention to when this is on display. But just want to point it out for all of you. All right, up next, we'll take a look at the portrait. Now, this one specifically comes with all versions, so the regular, the deluxe, and the deluxe platinum. Now, we can start off by just looking at the face behind the mask. We have the whited out eyes, and well, if you've seen my reviews on the turtle line so far, that's kind of the direction I plan on displaying the turtles, is with the whited out eyes. So I do prefer these eyes over the decals, which I'll show you shortly. But yeah, so we have the whited out eyes. You can see the eyebrows as well. Well painted. Those does not appear to be sculpted, but it is painted well. We also have a gash right there, like a scar, going from the top to the bottom of his left eye. And as far as the paint applications, they look good. The skin tone looks really good. And then moving on to the metal portion, kind of like I've been saying throughout the other metal parts that I've shown so far, it's very well done. You got battle damage, you got great paint applications, more of that metallic look throughout. A lot of battle damage, very well made. Like, it's pretty heavy, solid resin. Now back here we have a few, like some bolts, metal bolts, some silver crescents right here, and then we have some knots here. So they do have texture on them, so they look really well. They're more of a bluish tone. And yeah, the sculpting is just very well on this piece, very well made, very well done. Looks really good. So yeah, so this one comes with the all versions, and I believe, yeah, this is the last piece that I'm showing currently that comes with all versions. Up next, I'm going to show what comes with only the deluxe. All right, so if you order the deluxe, you get this battle damage head here. Love it. This looks so good. It's funny, I just said that I like the white out eyes, but actually this one looks really well as well. So I'll see how it looks displayed with the turtles. But yeah, I'm loving this. Love the battle damage. You got this huge gash right here, which is a big part of the metal plate in the front of his face is ripped off. It looks awesome. And yeah, similar to the last one, it's, you have the same Same textures, same paint applications, very well. But yeah, no, this looks awesome. Even got another scar right here. Now, unlike the previous mask, you actually do see blood on this scar. The previous one, you only seen the scar itself. So I'm not sure if they missed that on the last one, or if this one they kind of just went with a open wound. So, but I love it. Looks good. Yeah, I'd figured this one would be an open wound since he's probably not walking around with a broken mask after this battle. So, makes sense. But yeah, no, this looks really good. Love it. So yeah, you only get this if you order the deluxe and the deluxe platinum. Alright, and if you order the deluxe platinum, which is limited to 75, they also include, it's an extra switch out, which is a shredder displayed with the katana. So this is in addition to the one that goes on his belt. But yeah, similar to the other hands, we have just, you know, the leather right here, leather straps, and with the metal right there. Everything looks the same as the other hands. Very well made. Same critique, nails should have been painted a little bit different, but looks good. Looks awesome. Alright, so this is the extra katana that comes, that attaches to the hand we just saw. So this is limited only if you order to this one out of the 75s or the platinum edition. Kind of what we saw is with the previous katana, we have the straps underneath at the bottom of the sword. With a lot of details. Even in the metals, you can see like some metal mesh type of texture in the back with the goldish emblems right there. A lot of textures on the straps. The top of the sword, similar to the last one. Let's see. A lot of textures there. Even down there. Looks good. Now this, I don't know if it's metal or not, but looks good. It's pretty heavy. I don't believe it's metal though. This one is definitely not plastic, so it's probably resin. But it may be metal. I'm not sure. I'll have to check, but looks good. So yeah, this one's limited only if you purchase the platinum edition. So that's limited to 75. All right, next we'll take a look at this is kind of like a care package, I guess, that you get with the platinum. So it's limited to 75. You get some gloves for, I guess, unboxing your statue, and then you get a box here with PCS's logo on top. And inside the box, unfortunately, I was not one of the lucky 75, or it may have been 2 people out of the 75 who would essentially get a real platinum coin here with PCS on it and a $200 certificate for their website. So I didn't get that, but I did get just a brush for dusting off statues, and you also got the platinum, you get a plaque here. TMNT Shredder, Platinum Exclusive, 1/3, number 69 out of 75. So yeah, so this only comes with the Platinum Edition. Alright, and now that we have the whole piece assembled and you kind of got a pretty up close-up shot for all those switch outs, I'll go right ahead and give you a full review of the piece assembled, and we'll go right ahead and start off with the base. Alright, so taking a look at the base, I had noted earlier that I was under the impression that a lot of the weapons may be going on the actual belt area, but it seems that only one weapon, which is the katana, actually goes on the waist. Other than that, everything else goes on the base. And yeah, diving into the base itself, definitely feel like they did a better job with this base as far as painting the, with paint applications. When you compare this base with the other 2 turtles, Donatello and Raphael. Of course, it's not anything that that you haven't seen before, but you know, we have a lot of just rubble, rocks, but they did do a good job with not only the sculpting of this, but the paint applications is done very, very well. Now, towards the end of the video, I'll go ahead and put Donatello and Raphael next to it, so you can kind of see that comparison between the base of this piece compared to the other two turtles. But yeah, turning around, we have, of course, the ninja stars that go right here on the near his left foot area. Now I do have the a light shining on here, so things do appear to be much more reflective and bright, but yeah, I just want to note that it probably doesn't look as bright when you don't have a light just shining directly on this. But yeah, no, the base itself, very detailed, a lot of rubble, good paint job, you know, all, for the most part, it's all black with some grays here and there and even a little bit of brown, but they did a really good job with the base itself. Now back here we do have some of the weapons, so a few weapons there, a broken katana there, even behind, you see over there another weapon, so behind his right foot. So yeah, no, but the base looks good. So next I'll go over to Shredder himself. Alright, so turning over to Shredder, kind of like what I said already throughout the, you know, reviewing all the other smaller metal pieces, they did a really good job with the metallic paint jobs and the battle damage throughout the armor. You can just get all that detail right there. Very, very good sculpt. And I love the shading that they added. It gives it more of a realistic look for all the metal. Same thing over here on his left leg. Very good sculpt, and again, just a bunch of battle damage throughout. It definitely hit home with painting all the metal on throughout the armor. And in the back we have a lot of texturing on the bottom, followed by some what appears to be more of a leather sculpt. That's the effect that they were going with some browns. And then here, the way that this is flowing, his pants, makes it appear like it's very, very thick cloth. So definitely did a good job with the sculpt there. And yeah, you can just see a bunch of the micro details, the folds, the texturing. It's all good, it's all there. Most of it is brown with a few hints of black throughout it to give it like some dirt effect. Then moving on, I love how they did like all this, the weathering right here, and the rip effects. That looks really good. Then we have more of the leather right here, a gold crest, followed by more armor. And like I said, you can just see all that detail right there. Very good sculpting and paint. Yeah, same thing over here. Looks very good. So we have the cloth, then, you know, we have more of that leather look sculpt, followed by the metal. And then we have chains. So he has a set of chains around his waist. No issues there. Then we go more into the torso area and the so it's just a huge wrap around his waist with the katanas kind of hanging out right here on his left side of the waist. And yeah, the sculpting is just very, very good. Look at that. A lot of browns. They did a good job with adding, you know, different color browns. Yeah, like I said earlier, this katana just looks good. You got that wood effect, the wood grain effect there with the knot over here. And yeah, just great job. And then yeah, same thing with the armor. You know, I feel like I'm being repetitive, but they just did such a good job with the armor. Such a good job. And yeah, like if you saw my assembly video, just make sure that you add the shoulder pads first. Cape kind of goes last. I would also suggest removing this before you put the cape on, just so you don't like, there's still space back there, so you can still put it on with the katana on his waist, but just to be safe, remove it, put the cape on, then put it back on. But yeah, no, this looks good. Like I was saying earlier, you can see all his veins. Over here, you can see more of a green tone. Like, see if I can kind of see that greenish hue, like right under his arm. Yeah, no, they killed it. All right, so next I'll move over to the cape. All right, so turning over to the cape. Now, they went with pretty much like two different textures when it comes to the cape. We have, for the back of the cape, kind of give it more of a plain leather look, where it's more smooth. You do have a few ripples here and there. A lot of course, it's purple with some black paint throughout it to give it more of a shadow type of look. We do have some speckles painted throughout the bottom portions of the cape, I guess, to give it more of a dirt, like mud effect. So you'll see that kind of throughout the cape, but it's mainly on the bottom. You got a lot of tears back down here. So yeah, no, I love the cape and I love how it's flowing. Like, that looks so good, and the way that they sculpted this gives it a lot of movement, that's for sure. And over here, kind of like I was saying, you see like little drops, kind of give it like a mud effect. So yeah, so this is more of a plain type, kind of like leather look. But when you turn it to the other side, there's definitely a lot more textures, as you can see. So this side looks a little bit more rough. But yeah, same as far as paint app goes, it's the same thing. But like I was saying, down here, you can kind of see a lot of the splatter throughout, kind of like mud splatter. You can see like a rip there. And the cape itself didn't weigh much. It's definitely a lighter type of resin that they're using for this, which I like. And it, you know, fit like a glove. It was easy to put on, no issues. But yeah, definitely see a lot more textures on the back side of the cape as opposed to the inside. And here on the front, we have a lot of, just a lot of folds and wrinkles. Little minor tears and dings there. But yeah, no, the cape itself, very good job. Love it. Here, I'll kind of give you, take a step back so you can kind of see the cape a little bit more. Here, I'll turn this around. Just look at the flow of that. Very good job with that. Love all the folds. Like I said, it just gives it a lot of movement. Especially for a museum piece, I feel like it's needed sometimes, and I like that for this piece. All right. So next, let me just quickly give you guys a shot of the portrait that's on here. So this, like I said earlier, this comes with all, the collectors, the deluxe, and the platinum edition. The whited out eyes. Looks menacing. I like the whited out eyes. But here, I'm gonna go right ahead, and currently what's on display is the collector's edition. So I'll go right ahead and switch over the next head sculpt, which is the kind of the torn up one that comes with the deluxe and the platinum. So I'll go right ahead and switch that up real quick. All right, so here we have it. This is the deluxe portrait. Yeah, this one's pretty menacing as well. I love how, it casts a shadow on one side just depending on the lighting. Yeah, no, this looks good. So this comes with the DX version, or the deluxe version. I'll go ahead and add now the platinum add-on, which is the right hand katana. All right, and here is the fully assembled platinum version. So essentially we have here is just an extra, it's an extra hand, an extra arm. So, because of course the position of the hand has to change. So you do get an extra kind of arm switch out there with a different hand. And the katana itself, you just gotta put it in through the hand, and there's no magnet or anything. It just sits there. Doesn't feel like this will fall off easily, especially with the positioning, how it is. Like, yeah, no, I don't think that's gonna fall off. Looks good. Yeah, this is it's a pretty massive piece, 1/3 scale. It does look in line with like my other 1/3 scale statues, but yeah, no, I love this. They did such a good job with this. The paint applications, the sculpting, the detail. They definitely went above and beyond with this piece for sure. Yeah, I was so glad I was able to hop on this one as well, because this one's only limited to 75 and it sold out within like, I don't know, 2-3 hours. Yeah, amazing piece. And no issues. The packaging was good, no breakages, paint application was good. So yeah, I'm not quite sure yet which head sculpt I'll display it with. Probably just switch it off here and there, but I like both of them. I prefer the whited out eyes, but I love the mask, the battle damaged mask. It looks menacing. All right, so next I am going to go ahead and put the turtles right here, right next to him, so you can kind of see scale wise and yeah, just like an overview of the current line. All right, and here we have it. This is the current TMNT Legends line. We have Raphael on the left, Shredder in the middle with Donatello on the right side. Yeah, this is coming out amazing. They're killing this line. This looks so good. And yeah, Shredder is definitely 1/3 scale. When I compare him, you know, to like my LBS pieces, he's definitely in line with the 1/3 scale. And I have these a little bit more up front, with Shredder a bit in the back, just so I can fit all of them on the table, but even then you can just tell he's a bigger piece. And yeah, remember earlier I was talking about the paint app as far as like when, you know, when we're looking at the rocks. Like if you look at this, if you looked at my review, this is where I said that improvement could have been used. Well, they responded. You can definitely tell that they put more effort and more work in this paint base as far as like the rocks go, as opposed to their previous Donatello and Michelangelo rocks. Those are a little flat to me, but the factory definitely went a little bit above with these. Very good. But yeah, I just wanted to give you all a quick shot of how this current line is looking. And yeah, they are not, PCS is not disappointing. This looks so good. Alright, so that pretty much does it for this review. I really hope you all enjoyed it. Up next, of course, we're going to have Leonardo, 1/3 scale by PCS, followed by Crane, which they've already shown the concept for. Now that's going to be a pretty massive one because Crane is bigger than Shredder, of course, so that's going to be a pretty massive 1/3 scale piece. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this review. Up next, I got, you know, the 1/3 scale Hulk Premier Edition, which is from LBS, which comes with the 2 extra torsos and the extra bases. And I also have the 1/4 scale PCS Last Ronin piece. So I'll be reviewing that one shortly after the Hulk. And once those two have been reviewed, I'm going to show you all kind of a quick little room tour, I guess, of my new setup. Currently working on another channel, not really relating to collectibles, but it's a different channel. So I have working on a new backdrop over here. Got more equipment coming in, things of that sort. So, but once that's all said and done, I'll put a room tour just so you all can see the new, what I refer to as my new YouTube studio. But yeah, pretty much does it for this review. I hope you all enjoyed it, and I'll catch you all on the next one.